Joining me, David Asman, Fox Business anchor, and Sean Duffy, co-host of The Bottom Line, which premieres January 23rd on Fox Business. Sean, congratulations.
Thank you, Larry.
You're going to have your hands full. Just on this quick point, why you, as a former congressman, why would Mitch McConnell and Richard Shelby and all, why would they go along and betray the House like this? I don't understand. Here, two things. I don't understand the economics of this bill, which will add $150 to $200 billion to the baseline, and I sure don't understand the politics. What's up here?
You're a Ronald Reagan Republican, right? These are not Ronald Reagan Republicans. They're big spending Democrat Republicans, right? I mean, Richard Shelby, a longtime conservative, I mean, kind of an anchor in the Senate, is bailing on his conservative principles because he wants to bring some big pork back to his home state in his last effort before he leaves the Senate. Inhofe, the same thing. That's why they're joining. But I think what's really going on here, Larry, is you have Democrats who are fighting so hard to have this transformation of America, as Barack Obama talked about. And Republicans will talk a big game, but they're not committing to stopping them. They're not committed to bringing us back to these principles that make this country and this economy great. They just go, okay, Democrats, transform it, make us into Europe or worse.
We should put up on the full screen, to my dear beloved producers, the most valuable player in the Earmarks playoffs, in the Earmarks League. Because what Sean Duffy just said is filled with truth, all right? That Shelby, who has a conservative record for many years, as both the Democrat and then Republican, has just gone hog wild with these special interest earmarks. And by the way, top 10, 8 of the earmark leaders are Republicans. How is that, David Asman, how is that possible?
You had a wonderful interview with Rand Paul 2 days ago. His dad, Ron Paul, who was somehow managed to stay a libertarian for several decades in Congress. I asked him, how many other people do that? He said, virtually none. You have to have a backbone. You have to believe in this stuff. And Shelby and all those other 8 Republicans who are leading the pack in earmarks. Earmarks is just pork, by the way. It's just spending other people's money for your own vanity projects. If anything, it should be funded by the state, not by federal taxpayers. But it's disgraceful. They've been there too damn long. That's why I'm for term limits.
Why don't they become the most valuable players in leading for lower marginal tax rates,
or less regulation,
or fewer regulations? Or why doesn't the Senate pick up on H.R. 1 in the House, which is going to turn the oil and gas spigots back on? In other words, this is okay. You have a point. There's a group of Republican senators who have been there forever and ever, who are big spenders and are virtually indistinguishable from Democrats. Sean, that's your
Sometimes
point.
they're worse.
I mean, I think this is a really key point. And a most regrettable one.
Totally regrettable. And the thing is, conservatives have given their money, their time, their energy to elect these people, and they expect more from them. But think about this. I mean, you live this. We've all lived how budgets work. But for people at home, an omnibus bill is going to give us spending for a whole year. A CR could give us a spending package until, what, the 1st of February?
Yes.
Why not do a small spending time frame to the 1st of February and say, now let's let Republicans in the Congress come in and have a massive handprint on how we're going to spend America's money.
By the way, Republicans are going to have to vote on the pay-go next week. Rand pointed that out. They're going to come up.
They'll waive it. They always waive.
But those who waive it should be on a dark list somewhere, and they should be outed from the public.
Steve Moore reminded us of this. The pay-go rules are still in effect, going all the way back to 2010, so that's over 10 years ago. You need 60 votes to waive. So there's still today 50 Republicans in the Senate. All you need is 41 to say no, and then you have an across-the-board cut, which would give some semblance of spending restraint. And you know what? I mean, Rand Paul's right. Republicans have emasculated themselves. Kim Strassel's always writing about this. All this spending watered down their message in the campaign trail that they were the inflation fighters.
They had no credibility.
That's right.
By the way, the Wall Street Journal reporter, Simone Hughes, said she got the details from McConnell. When McConnell said goodbye to Pat Leahy, she said, quote, he said, look, like good appropriators, we are also bonded over a firm mutual conviction our true opponent was never each other. It was the House. He's
our,
admitting that the Republicans in the House are the enemy. You were the enemy when you were in the House.
Sean Duffy was the enemy.
I would say that the Senate was always the enemy when I was in the House.
But he came out and McConnell came out and said it. The Wall Street Journal reported it.
Now let us move on. I have another point here. We're going to put up polls on the full screen, get you both to weigh in. Majority of American voters are saying they want new blood to run for president. Okay. Most Americans oppose a Trump-Biden rematch. 61% say Trump should not run. 70% say Biden should not run. You know, Sean, it's funny. Look, I love Trump. Have proudly served him for 3 years. Don't necessarily love some of the things he's been doing and saying recently. In fact, I'm quite disturbed about it. But be that as it may, what I hear, and I want to get your view on this, is people want Trump policies, but do not necessarily want him. What's your take?
So I would agree with that. That's what the polls would say. But this is what elections are for. And I think when you see Donald Trump on the stage, maybe Ron DeSantis, Tim Scott, and the American people get to see who they actually want, Larry, the polls end up being very different than, you know, how elections turn out in the primaries. And I think, listen, Donald Trump is a strong candidate. He still holds the hearts of so many Americans. He's the one that brought them the fight, that actually took it to the media and to Democrats, brought these policies to the forefront that were never Republican policies. So I think it's going to be hard to beat Trump. Now, Joe Biden's something very different. I think, again, he has a hard time communicating. He shuffles around. I don't think he's in much control, and I think Democrats truly want a different candidate. If they could just send him to the exit door.
We can connect the first part of this conversation to this part, because what's lacking is leadership. And you need a leader. You may hate Donald Trump's attitude, but he was a leader. He brought people together. He knocked heads together, kind of like LBJ did years ago. But the bottom line is, without leadership, you're not going to have a resolution of what's happening in the House with the Senate screwing the House leadership.
He fought the establishment. He fought the entrenched
It's
Washington.
the swamp that we were talking
Trump
about.
fought the swamp. I'll give you that, like nobody else.
Yeah.
Now, maybe Ron DeSantis is a good swamp fighter. I don't know. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. Haven't seen him in action. Sean, I'd like to see Trump weigh in now on this issue. We do not need an omnibus bill, and the Senate should not be screwing the House leadership. I'd love to hear him come out as only he can.
And if he did, what he would do is rally the home base of these senators to say, listen, we're not about this. And they would get so much pushback, you might be able to kill this bill.
Better that than come out with another set of
cards. If Larry Kudlow
can't
kill the omnibus bill, maybe Donald Trump could help you do it.
Well, I'm going to get on the horn and speak to him. I haven't spoken to him in a couple of weeks since Mar-a-Lago, but...
Heard it here first.
He can do it. Be great fun. You two are terrific. By the way, first of all, David Asman, thank you. Sean Duffy, bottom line, is that the name? Premiering Jan 23rd, right here on Fox Business. You will have a blast.
Fun.
You will have a blast.
There's a lot of energy
with Dagan.
And
so it's going to be a
And we will all be together once again.
I hope you have backbone.
All right.
I'll need backbone.
There's a love-in going on here. First we were attacking Sean, but now we love him. And now we're going to talk about why.